Barnard, just before you begin, I've noted Honorable Blose and Honorable Skosana after Reverend Meshwe. Honorable Kola Barnard, you're welcome to continue.
Person.
Thank
Honorable
you, Chair.
Adams.
I'm hearing the word instability.
Sorry, Honorable Kola Barnard. Chair, I can't seem to raise my... Sorry, man. Sorry, Honorable Kola Barnard. Sorry. I just can't seem to put my hand up.
No problem. I've noted you then. Honorable Adams, I've put you on the list. Honorable Kola Barnard, go for it.
Shall I continue?
Yes, please.
Thank you. I hear the word instability used frequently today in terms of crime intelligence, but frankly, since 2009, when I was dealing with Mdluli and that matter, there have been 8 heads. It's not unstable, it's positively unhinged. Went on to take on a head who'd lied about having a matric. It's a sad list indeed. And I'm hoping, and I don't get the sense of that this matter will be dealt with head on. It just, at the moment, the dithering seems to look deliberate. So really, I think we need a plan. And yes, the Minister touched on it. It does seem to me the fact that the JSCI does not exist yet has given a freedom normally curtailed. And I speak as someone who served on the JSCI last term and will serve on it again when and if it is ever constituted. Now, I'm not sure who will deal with this, the Minister or the National Police Commissioner, but where are you in terms of the Amabungane judgment, which deadline has just, I believe, passed? And that hits crime intelligence as much as it does the State Security Agency. Let me move down to other questions. General Khumalo, thank you for answering my question about the various appointments and the suitability of the candidates. And I certainly don't deal with claims from social media. A great deal of the information coming is from the SAPS members themselves, and that speaks to a very low morale on the part of the staff. So that's something that has to be dealt with internally. And you know, I've been involved with the SAPS since way back when, and that has always been the case. The more agitated the members get, the bigger the number of leaks, and that goes for virtually every entity in the State Security Agency. And General Khumalo, you brushed aside social media reports as fake news, but then said that after the report on the vehicles gathering dust, they were distributed. So what about this was actually fake, the social media report or the distribution as a result of the report? And I suppose for my third one, my information is in terms of the task team, that in many areas of KZN, the SAPs have seen funds, they believe, steered away from, for example, providing food for detainees, petrol for patrol vehicles to the task team. It's even claimed that the King's bodyguards can no longer travel because the funds for their petrol are gone. And is it true that the vehicles that were meant for the King were given by the Provincial Commissioner to the task team? Having purchased 5 BMWs, only 2 were given to the King and 3 sent to the task team. Please confirm, deny, explain. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Kola Barnard. Honorable Reverend Meshwe.
Thank you, Chairperson. My first question has to do with the Secret Service account. I want to know how many individuals are responsible for that account, and how often do they account? Do they, account for what's happening with the account? And maybe the other thing, who account to? Who do these individuals account to, and how often do they account to that individual? What's happening with the finances? And my second question has to do with withdrawing of cases that are ready for court. Now, what happens when the police or the detectives are convinced that it is a winnable case, it is a serious case, and the complainant decides the 11th hour to withdraw that case? Are you allowed as police to try and negotiate with this person, complainant, to try to convince the complainant to allow the case to go to court? What do you do in such a case? And third question, which cases are referred to the alternative dispute resolution? And who decides which cases have to be referred to the alternative dispute resolution, and who makes the final decision about that, whether the case should be taken to the alternative dispute resolution? And thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Reverend Meshwe, Honorable Blose, and then I'm going to allow for answers before we then go to Honorable Skosana and Honorable Adams. Honorable Blose, please go ahead.
Yeah, no, thanks a lot, Chair. Look, Chair, maybe I must firstly also start and register my disappointment in us not getting this report. And I hear your explanation, Chair, but I'm not convinced, because we are members of parliament and we preside over the South African police services. So for them to not give us a report that they're going to present to us, for me, it's really uncalled for, because we have to scrutinize this information, Chair. Whatever that is presented to us here, we ought to scrutinize it, to then also do our own investigation, to check the truthness of whatever has been presented to us here. Now we must freestyle and then unable to verify these reports and everything else. Like for one, Chair, the secrecy around crime intelligence. It cannot be correct that SAPS is crying foul, that the general public is accusing them of not doing their work, and some of the accusations they cannot even entertain because they are unfounded or they are baseless. So SAPS must not just seem to be working internally, but even generally the public must be able to feel that crime intelligence in this country exists. Now, the minister tells us that the political killings tax team has been dissolved because it has done its work. But in the public eye, do we see the effectiveness of that interim committee that was established? Can we really say that in the country that political killings have ended? More worse, Chair, is that there are high-profile cases in the country that even today have not been resolved, including that issue of Sandiso Makaka. There are high-profile murders in the country that are not being resolved, and those do not sit well within the public domain, and it's not a good credibility for SAPS. We still don't know 10, 11 years later what's happening with cases of Senzo Meyiwa, aka was murdered in Durban, but we are not able to find finality around those cases. And if if SAPS is unable to resolve such high-profile cases, then what about ordinary citizens in the country? How then are they supposed to feel safe? I also want to comment on this, Chair, just as an aside issue, because you opened about it in terms of top secret, intelligence reports and all of that, and how we are not supposed to discuss them in this committee. I want to comment from you and the minister in terms of the IPD investigation into Palapal, in terms of what is top secret around that. Why is that now classified as a top secret report and it cannot be released to the public? Because those are the certain things that do not work in favor for SAPS in terms of public perceptions. Because it now seems as if SAPS is hiding information on certain cases. So I really want to understand, why is the Palapala investigation that was done by IPID now a top secret investigation that can't be released to the public? I'd really like to hear that. And then also, Chair, the shortages on detectives is really a problem. And I don't know whether the minister cited issues of budgets or what. So I'd really like to understand more about that. Because the minister is citing that there's a shortage of detectives, and that hinders the works of SAPS in general. So why are we not going out there and getting more detectives and filling all these posts across the country? Is there an issue of budget? What really is the issues around that? So that even if at a community level, there are some interventions that we are able to do, we can deal with that. And then to end it, Chair, I think the minister did speak about allegations against you as the chairperson. So we'd like to know what is it that you've been accused of, so that we can deal with your issues as well, Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Blose. I'll also start with the latter. Now, there was a Facebook report in the beginning of January that I had illegal blue light protection, and that I had a meeting at a property that was allegedly bought by persons in crime intelligence, along with the National Commissioner, and I believe some of the messages even said the minister. And I had a good laugh because apart from not having that so-called protection, I was cycling on that day on a mountain in the Western Cape. Not a very good cyclist. I'm built for comfort, not speed. But yeah, that was it.